I'll tell you, I'm not used to setting up all the social media stuff, but getting there. All right, guys. Almost there. Okay. All right. For those of you watching the recording, I appreciate your patience. So today we're going to go through the morning huddle. I do like to start fairly promptly, so we have 8:30 here. So looks like we are on for TikTok, and we got YouTube going as well. So perfect. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cover a little bit of market TA, and then just talk about some of the setups that I have going on my ATA, as well as some things I may want to stop and things I may want to start, right? So first we're just going to start like we talked about, some quick TA from the stocks standpoint. So you can see the SPX and the SPY are forming somewhat of a double bottom here. Oh, we got a nice little short signal call there. Right off the trend line, put that arrow out. So that could put us bullish depending where the market opens. If break below that and a retest fail would push us south. It's going to depend on the Dixie. If you open up the overall Dixie, you can kind of see we're just sort of ranging. We hit up to that 105 level we talked about, and then we've just been ranging at this 104.5 level that we also had discussed. So what I'd like to see on this Dixie is a break below this level, possibly even a break below this level. That would push us north. If we come up to retest this 105, then we should see a pretty good drop in the markets as well. So just to keep that in mind, I cover more of that in the room. We can talk about it further in depth, but it just kind of helps us give us a little guidance as far as direction we want to go in the ATA. Total market cap, what I had put out on this one is we're just riding this 200 EMA on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour right here, if we can't break this 200 EMA, it's going to reject again. The thing I'd keep in mind, aside from this little peak here, we kind of have a little bit of a bull flag forming. So keep in mind that could make that break north, which would give it the push that it needs to break above this, which could find support and then push you up into the 105 level again. So that is definitely a possibility. Just keep an eye on this line, guys. If we break above this and we start holding support, it's going up. If we continue to reject off of this, then we're likely to come down into the 983 level. So pushing on to Bitcoin, again, we're kind of finding some early support down here around 23.2, continues to hold, but we have not broke above these EMAs. So I'd like to see, we have our death cross here that kind of pushed us down on the 1 hour. I'd like to see a break above that with enough strength to put us around like 23.8 and hold. We'd almost need to break this level of like the 24,000 to push these EMAs back north, which would give the market some more strength as far as pushing that up. So otherwise, if we just continue to ride this, right now we're currently caught in the middle of these EMAs here. If we continue to ride this line, it's just going to keep bouncing. It's going to have its breakout. If we break south, likely to test back down here to the 22.6 range. And we could see also a revisit back into the 21.5. Keep in mind my low for Bitcoin I have that we've marked for a while down here is, so the first level low is 19.9 and the low that I have is around 17.8 or so. So the upper level band that we've been chasing, if we were to get this breakout above and we do claim the 25.250 area as support, then that's going to push us up into this trend line up here, which is going to be kind of a peak out of around 26.5. So that's kind of our upper lower range. So ETH, I'm not going to go super detail, other than the fact that we do have like a nice giant inverse head and shoulders forming out here. So just keep an eye on that neckline. It's got to break above the 1660 level. That's what we called out in the room the other day. And you can see here it failed. So all that considered, we'll keep that in mind. We're going to push on to the ATAs, kind of where I'm at running mine, and what I see, right? So when you're trading the ATAs, I'm going to start off with LTC. I just love it, LTC. Again, I typically find a trend line, a lower trend line. Sometimes I'll find an upper trend line, but in this case, I just have just a lower, and then I just find an upper and lower range that we're trading. And I'll base that by looking back as well. I do want to verify that those trend lines, are valid, right? So this is obviously resistance at one point, which is now turned to support. And we can continue to go back, right, to see if these lines have any value back here. And you can see the same lines found support, found resistance, found support. So this upper line is super, super strong. And you can see at one point it was super strong support, right? So even though we're currently ranging in it now, if we break above this line, that could hold as really, really strong support and would see a really strong push up. So with that in mind, you want to, when you're playing the ATAs, just keep an eye. You don't need to understand a lot of the crazy TA. Just play the range. Right now we're in the middle, so I'm okay playing both directions. My ATA is currently running long and short. You can see here. So if I unmute my long, let's go to the 1 minute, because now that we know our range, let's see how the ATA is actually doing. So this is my long that has been performing. As soon as it wants to load up here, it's thinking about it. I have fiber now, so it's usually a lot faster, but it's a lot of data to load. So you can see as I scroll back, you can find the yellow. So the yellow is where I started it. There it is right there. And you can see it's just continued to earn on these longs. Even in pullbacks, it had some good DCAs to get out. You can see right here, this is all 100% automated. This was a phenomenal trade. I mean, it bought it up here at the top, looking for a breakout, but it played defense. I mean, look at these spot on DCAs, got out really well, and it's just been riding this. So my long overall has made about $30. This is on a $900 account, so a small account. So $30 in what I think like 2-3 days. Not too bad on one direction, one pair, right? So I'm gonna mute that one. I'm not worried about the longs yet. I'm just gonna let that one continue to play because we are riding above our support. I'm currently in a long, so I'm not deep. It hasn't even DCA'd, so I'm good with that one. My short has not done quite as well. Earned about $15 in 2 days. But you can see here, I mean, just phenomenal. Caught a nice short here on this side over here. It looks like it was in it for a little bit before it got out, and then it just traded like a beast. So another phenomenal DCA, and it got out. Now we'll come over here. We are in a 1 DCA on the LTC. If I go into my gear here, you can see I allow it to do up to 2. So I still got some room, so I'm not concerned about it. This white line's where it will DCA the next time, so I got a little bit of room in between that as well. So I'm not too worried about LTC. Again, when I choose to determine whether to stop it or not, I typically go to the 1 hour and I check my range. I'm right in the middle of the range, so I have room to go down, I have room to go up, so I'm cool with running both of them, right? So we're gonna just let LTC do its thing. So I'll go ahead and close this one out. Let's go to Ethereum. So here, let's study our Ethereum longs. We'll go to the 1 minute. That's what I run the actual ATA on. All right, so let's see how our longs are doing. We're gonna again come back here. Right there is where we started it. So this one actually we started not too long ago, only what 3 days ago. So this is how it's done in the longs. Not quite as strong as LTC, but hasn't had to DCA or gotten stuck too much up until this point here. So we are currently in a long and a 1 DCA. It has to break this white line here in order for me to allow it to DCA again. And that's based on the settings here. You can set this parameter percentage that tells it when it is able to. So until then, it just waits. It's just super patient, right? No emotion, no nothing. It's just discipline. So either it's going to hit up into this line area and take profit, or it's going to come below this area and attempt to work its way out. The beauty is it doesn't always DCA right at this line. It's not like a limit order, right? This thing can just absolutely crash and it won't DCA down to here until down to here. It doesn't. It just this is like a line that says, hey, you're clear to go, right? You can DCA if you want to, but it's still super smart. It's not going to just throw it out there. So Ethereum, I love running Ethereum. I'm just going to keep this one going. I'm only one DCA and I have another DCA I can do before I get any kind of concerned on that one. So um, now my short is interesting because it did really well here at first, and then the market shifted, right? It did get caught here. It did make an attempt to do my second DCA here. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, so yesterday, remember, I added a third DCA to give it the capability to try to get out. My DCA line is here. Look at this. It hit the line and just missed it. So missed the mark barely, but that's okay. The beauty is it's patient. You know, had we got that spot right here, you know, we probably would have got out somewhere in this range, but you know, no guarantees on that. So we'll just let it roll. You know, just be patient with it. I'm okay with the entry. You know, the entry is at like 1603. We'll revisit that again. And if we don't, if we do break up into this 1660, 1680 level, that'll push my entry up into probably, you know, 1620, 1630, which I'm okay with holding on to that too. So um, so I'm just ETH I typically run both ways all the time, unless I see something super duper apparent. Um, so we'll go ahead and kill that one. Let's go ahead and save it. So XRP is this next one. I actually just started XRP yesterday, guys. I haven't studied XRP a lot on it, and so I was looking at it, and so what's crazy to me about XRP is one, we're right in the middle of the range, which is a great time to start it, right? Two, we have look at how it's respected its line, right? I mean, just absolutely respected it. Now, there's one period you'll see as I zoom out here where it went above. But aside from that, look, before here, just respects this line for just a long time. And so I'm thinking, man, if it's ranging that much, I'm okay with just letting it go, right? So I'm just gonna let XRP go a little bit, and we'll see if we can catch this fall. If I do get down to here, I will stop my shorts, expecting that bounce. If I do get up into here, I will stop my longs, expecting that fall. So until then, I'm just gonna kind of hang on to XRP and just let it go both ways and see what it can do. So let's just see how it's done since I've turned it on. We'll go to the 1 minute. Let's analyze the longs here. Let this thing load up. All right, so you can see I just turned it on barely yesterday. So it took a buy here, took a buy, had to DCA one time. Aside from that, it's just been just great entries. So my long's good. I'm not even in a long right now, so if I wanted to stop it, I could, but we're gonna let it go. Shorts has done pretty well. Again, I started it here. Same thing. Shorts haven't had a DCA. Oh, actually, DCA one time here, so those are almost out as well. So far from starting it yesterday, you know, it's done pretty well on its trades, so I'm just gonna let it roll. I noticed XRP trades on a little less volume than some of the other ones, so the returns are not as much, but it's also, you know, the risk is also a lot less too. So I'm okay with that. So again, I just started this one, so I'm letting the XRP roll through. Aave. So Aave. Now I put this out in the room. This has been the range, the tight range that I've been trading on Aave. If you zoom out, the range has been kind of strange. You know, it's reverse of what that other one, you know, the XRP one, right? This one actually has been respecting this range, but then it fell down instead of falling up, right? So we do have room to come down. You know, this has been a pretty good support level, but we did break the early on trend right here. So if we do pull down into this range, I'm looking at about 75, 74, or somewhere in here. I'm gonna stop my shorts and then just let my long ride out and see, because I've been pretty happy with Aave for the most part. It's kind of funny because it seems to get stuck a little bit more than others, but the range has been pretty good. So I'm gonna uncheck my, see, you can see here, I started back here and it almost got caught pretty quick on the long. So let me see. I don't know if I had, did we add a third DC? Oh, we didn't. Okay. Let me, you know what, because we do have some room to come down here. So I'm gonna add a third DCA to this one so y'all will be able to see how I do that. Super easy. If you just want to add a third DCA, guys, all you do is check this box here, right? Is all I need to do. I don't need to do anything else because I'm not modifying anything else. I don't want the trade to do anything else. The only thing that matters is when I check that box, it didn't actually throw it. So, for example, right there, see how that threw that? That's what you don't want to see because that means that it already thought it through it, right? Which is not a good thing. So all you have to do to fix that is just bump this up a little bit. So we'll push this to like 700. I don't want it to be super aggressive anyways. Let's see where it puts this white line. And after you make a change, just click anywhere in this spot here and it'll update. So let's give it a second and let it do its recalculations. There you go. So now if I press OK, you can see the white line pushed low enough that it did not actually execute that third DCA yet, which is what I want. We have this doing the third DCA around 77. To me, honestly, you know, this is stuff to think about, right? I know my support line's down here, so I don't know that I want to be aggressive with this third one, right? I either want it to just take its time and get out, or just, you know, wait patiently for this extra DCA. So I'm going to push this a little farther back on Aave because I am aggressive on some other pairs on this smaller account. So let's see where 900 throws that at. And again, I'm just watching this white line that because wherever this white line goes, it cannot DCA till it passes that white line. So yeah, so we're a little bit closer down now to this yellow, so I'm better with that. So now basically what's going to happen is it's equally away from our profits to the DCA again. So either it's going to, you know, continue to range, do nothing, or it's going to break up and I'm going to be in profit, or it'll break below this one and it will take my third DCA. Now, because I modified anything on my indicator, I do need to come in here. I did modify my Aave long, so I'm going to come in here, delete my Aave long alert. Then I'm going to come into here and we're going to go ahead and create the Aave long alert. Now, let me check and make sure. Yeah, see, I'm on the wrong webhook. Let's check because I was doing my live trader yesterday. So let me get that webhook. All right, where was it? Gotta find my screen here. Let me just go and open it here. There we go. So you can see here, this is where the trades all go. You can see they're all in here, right, on your dashboard. So that's where I'm going to get this webhook up here. It'll simply tell you view your webhook for the trader for Ultron. So I'm going to copy the webhook for Ultron, and I will paste this in here. All right, and then now we're going to make sure we have the condition for Aave long, which we do. And I'm going to change the name here for ATA Aave long. And I recreate. And then that's going to take these settings I just created and it's going to push it to the alert. So now we are going to run it. Aave is allowed to DCA one more time. And we'll just let it go. So let's assess the shorts. Looks like the shorts. Let's see where I started it. Not overly impressed so far with Aave. I've gotten a lot better performance with other pairs, but yeah, you can see we started it here on a, oh, that is why. Okay, gotcha. Remember, we started, see, this is why we color code this stuff, because even I forget what I did, right? And so you can see the teal. That means I added an existing, and that's because as we get lower to this range, I didn't want to take too many more shorts. Look at XRP open along. And so I did add a, if you guys recall, I did add a third DCA, but I added it as an existing trade, which means it's not going to take any more trades after that. So you can see, look at phenomenal DCA 3. It actually hit this one perfect. it sold it, and then it's not going to take any more shorts. So that's why it's been inactive. So we're done on our Aave short. I don't know that I want to reactivate it because of the fact that we are low in the range for Aave. So I'm going to click here. Oh, and see, this is why I titled it that way. Notice I have ATA Aave short existing. That's because it's a manual one. Whenever you enter a manual one, it's not going to trade after it closes. It does one trade and it's done, right? It's a way for you to exit your trade. So Aave short existing, I'm done with. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the alert out just to keep my house clean there. And we're good with it, right? So I'm not worried about the shorts anymore. Now we just need the longs, which we did activate that third DCA. So it's either gonna pump and get out, or we're gonna come down and hit our DCA and likely get out. So we'll keep monitoring Aave. I'm gonna close this over here. Let's check out Doge. Doge is the other one that I'm running. So Doge is also in the middle of the range, but it's towards the lower end, but there is some support here. So I do want to be careful taking too many more longs, or I'm sorry, shorts. Let's see how the shorts have done. Let's go. Maybe I'll set up an existing one and find my exit on Doge here. Because we actually just restarted it, I think, back, yeah, right here. So even on the restart, it did pretty well. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and set up an existing one on the shorts. I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. So you can see the beauty is I manage everything from my TradingView, guys. You got the buy here, and you can see if I bring this up here, it correlates with my Doge short buy here. So we are definitely in that short, right? So what I want to do is I want to set up an existing trade. So when you're setting up an existing trade, the easiest way to do this is just go one candle back from the actual buy and mark the time. So it's the 28th at 3:12. So just remember that. We'll open this up. All we're going to do is leave all the settings the exact same thing. And we're going to change this to 28. And we'll change this to 3. Change this to 12. Uncheck that one. Check that one. We'll let that do its thing. You should see this turn to a teal one. There it is. And then your take profits, everything's the exact same settings. But what you just told the ATA that quickly is take one more trade, but don't take any more. All right, go ahead and finish this trade that you're in, and it'll still DCA. It still has all its DCA protocols. Every setting that it started with is still there. It's just not going to take any more afterwards. So again, when you're done, you have to find that one that you're doing. So we're modifying the Doge shorts. So it looks like my Doge long existing was not deleted. See, keep my house clean. Doge short. So we're gonna just uncheck my Doge short. Then we're gonna go into our alert, and we're gonna go to Doge short. And all I have to do is put, again, ATA Doge short existing. And I put existing because that tells me that when that gets out, and because we get busy. The whole point of this is not to think, worry about it. So it tells me that once that one does fire, I can go ahead and close it. So we're good with Doge. Again, to recap on it, we have it's in the short. It's got the take profits. It still has 2 DCAs it can do. So not worried about it at all. We'll just keep an eye on it. Longs are doing pretty well. I'm going to let the longs roll. It's done pretty well. Look at this great DCA it did. But we also, again, remember, we're high in that range, or low in the range, sorry. So we have some room to potentially go up. So I'm gonna let the longs go a little bit longer on Doge. So we'll go ahead and just save this, and we will close out on Doge. So just to kind of show you guys, that's where I'm at with that. I'm not going to run anything else or activate anything else. This is your dashboard under Trading ATA that you would see here. The dashboard is where all your trades go to. We have all the information here, a lot of training, buy sell signals, our indicators, all that. You manage all your stuff between your TradingView and here. The nice thing is you can set up multiple exchanges. We do Binance US, we do KuCoin. Kraken, Coinbase, you can set up all those and manage it all from one dashboard. You can view your stats. You can click on history here to see what trades have actually executed. So let me click on that. And you do have the ability to close out of any trade that you don't like, right? You have full control of your account. So you can see here, these are the profits. It's a $900 account. So, people come back and they'll say, well, it's 28 cents and 68 cents. But if it's firing all day long, I mean, this stuff adds up, guys. $2, right? 10 cents, 38 cents, 48, 5 cents. I mean, this is still basically from, this morning to last night, that it's taken all these trades. So $3, I mean, just $2, there's an $18, probably a third DCA. You got a $4. I mean, this stuff just adds up, right? I mean, look at all these wins. No red, right? These are all within, look, the 26th. This is 2 days. I mean, this thing is active. So if you're looking for something that's going to fire a lot, you can see it takes shorts, it takes longs. I mean, it doesn't care wherever the market goes, right? It's going to, you have the full power, and that's the key is, you control your own fate. You control if you want to go long, if you want to go short, if you want to go long and short, right? I mean, you control your money. We don't touch nothing. We're basically giving you the technology to manage it. And if you're an experienced trader, hey, more power to you. I mean, it's just going to make life easy for you, right? But if you're not an experienced trader, right, and are looking for some extra help, I'll pull this up here. So this is our community that we run here, and when you join our community, it's going to take you directly to um, this section here. Gives you a nice little welcome letter, full tutorial here, video as far as how to use this platform. We have a new traders start here section where we have a full trading toolkit on everything you possibly might need to know to learn how to trade. So if you're brand new, we take that into consideration. We actually built this in that fashion for somebody that just knows nothing, right? You have your admin team. We have full training courses. So if you click on your training courses, yours will actually look a little more like this. And you can see we have, a little video, talk about VPN, the importance of that, TradingView, where we trade, all our supported exchanges. You can click here. These all link out to videos, guys, to show you how to set it up. So if you know nothing, this is why we built this for you. We talk about security, how to secure your account, what an API is, and how to set up that connection. You have full videos on understanding futures trading, spot trading, how to set up your ATA. I mean, it's all here. We also do understanding leverage and margin. A lot of people that are new don't understand leverage or margin, right? Or liquidation. You lose all your money and you think what happened, right? But you don't understand how the liquidation point works, and those things are really important when it comes to learning how to manage your ATA and not overextending it. And then we, talk about our strategies, right? And you can see here where we talk about how to play the range through the strategies. You don't really need to know a lot, guys. I mean, to let the technology work for you. And then if you're having trouble, we have a little troubleshooting channel here. So just a full training course to help you guys out. And if you guys still are getting stuck, we have our community discussion where we talk all day long about the ATAs and what we're doing. And we have our trading channel also where we talk about that. And if you ever decide you want to learn to trade, right, we do give out BTC and ETH signals. You can see we got TP1 on this one from that short call. We got TP2 on this one from the long call, and so on. ATA guidance, this is one that we put out each morning. You can see just kind of goes over what we just talked about on this, just some guidance on the overall market and how I'm doing the my ATA setup. So also we talk about some market insight as well. I mean, it's all in here. If you're looking at trading options, we do have the options courses in here as well. So we're actually we have the options floor. I'm finishing the options training course. That one is not quite ready yet. There's a lot involved when it comes to trading options for those that know how to trade the options. So we are working to add that in there. So a lot of stuff in here, guys, and we do these events pretty regularly, and we're starting to open more and more of them. You can click here on the open events, and you can see we got some huddles in here. You can click on past up here and see all the events here. The beauty is all of our events are recorded here. So if you click on this, you can see, this one was from my YouTube. You just click that and it takes you straight to the event. So if you're busy, you can't, make it to the events, you can join at your own leisure. So again, we hit 9 o'clock. I was going a little fast there, but I do want to respect people's time. The good news is for everybody watching this, this is recorded in the community, as well as on YouTube. So you can always come watch it back if it was a little bit fast for you. But if you're in the community, you guys already know this. If you're not in the community, we do a free trial, 5 days. You can come in, full access to whatever membership you pick. No commitments. You try it for 5 days. You can run your ATA. You can make all your profit. You don't like it, cancel. You don't get charged nothing. So just check us out, bodjock.com. And that is all I have, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it over here on my streams. We'll end it on the TikTok first. So appreciate you guys for joining, and we'll cut it off over here too. So you guys have a good day. Those of you in the room, you got market open 30 minutes. I'll be putting out some signals. Let's make some more bag like we did. I think I hit 100% on all the signals yesterday. So for those of you that took it, congratulations. It's pretty cool. I've been super busy, so even when I'm live trading, I go in on those signals and I'll put just TP1, TP2, take profits, or I'll set up my live trader with it. And I actually set my live trader up on one of them. It was kind of cool. I would have probably took profit at 1 or 2, but the live trader actually took it on like TP3, almost TP4. So, use that technology. Sometimes it can earn you a little bit more. So, but you guys have a good rest of your day.